Welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I'm joined by
Jason
and Kelly, or not Kelly,
Erik. You know that you're half dwarf, right?
I think
What if I'm
Erik,
the Brad Pitt of dwarf kind?
Kelly, his wife, fucked her a lot.
What's up, guys? It's Steve. I had hair when I was younger.
Like, watch this, guys. I'm gonna totally make them do it. Oh!
Oh, is it working? What's up, guys? It's Steve with Hap Gaming, and welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I'm joined by, I messed that up. I'm joined by
Erik.
Kelly.
Jason,
and Rick.
This week we watched The Heat, directed by Paul Feig, written by Katie Diploid, starring starring Sandra Bullock, Michael McDonald, and Melissa McCarthy. IMDb synopsis: an uptight FBI secret. Hey, we're doing that again. We're back to this shit. An uptight FBI special agent is paired with a foul-mouthed Boston cop to take down a ruthless drug lord. So what'd you guys think?
It's freaking funny.
It's fake news.
Fake news.
Literally
doing the thing that they said in the thing.
No, it's fake news. The cop, the cop was in league with the drug lords the entire time. She was just getting rid of competition. She wanted to be the one in charge.
So is that The Heat 2?
Yeah, The Heat 2.
Has Melissa McCarthy been a bad guy in any movies?
Bad.
Not that I know of. No.
She's been shitty in a movie.
Was it shit?
She's also was shitty in Identity Thief. I guess she was the bad guy.
Oh yeah, I
she's
guess she was
right.
bad.
Identity
Yeah.
theft. And then and Tammy, she robbed fast food places.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched that
So
movie,
that's
but I did
considered
see the
bad. That's
preview.
not a thing that your mom would be like, that's a good thing to do, son. So
Well, I mean, like, if you do it that funny.
What's this? The mom from the Goonies.
And the mom from the Goonies want people to rob convenience stores?
Yeah, dude, the mother of the criminals.
oh, that lady.
Okay.
I thought you
The
were
Yeah.
only mom. There, I guess there's
No,
two
there's
moms
two
that you meet
moms,
in the
yeah.
show. But
we don't meet
basically,
them. We don't like shake their hand and go, "Oh, nice to meet you."
yes, you
No.
do. You meet them in the movie.
I swear.
Then
Jason,
there's the other. Then there's Mikey's mom, who's a dumbass.
You didn't even
Can't
give
tell
us
that
your
the
IMDb?
kid is duping the.
no, I can't. I'm gonna screw it up if I try now. I make it up as I go.
Oh man. Oh, it's been a couple weeks, guys. I'm trying to remember this movie. I do so. Fuck, I forgot what I
There
was
were
going to
drugs
say.
in it.
Yeah, we rewatched it, so I like the. That's funny because you have like Sandra Bullock doing like an uptight lady routine
Yeah.
when I don't know what her actual personality is, but she doesn't seem like she would, be super uptight. And not only is she super uptight, but she's like a show-offy uptight.
Yeah.
She's very Jason. She's
Oh,
very
God,
smug.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh
Yeah, yeah.
Except the
Are
competence
you saying I'm uptight and competent?
No, I'm saying you're smug as shit.
Yeah. Very
part.
smug.
I'm definitely saying you're incompetent.
Do I
but
look smug
she
to you?
is very competent.
And I will definitely say that if I am ever choking, that I give no one permission to try to do a tracheotomy on me. Okay?
Do what she did. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like
think I
no,
could do
you
it.
do no.
That's like the last resort.
Here's the thing,
No.
Steve.
Like-
or
No,
Ricky.
like leave that for the doctors when they show up, all right? Like, but do not ever do that. Just let me like fall down and then like argue about what shade of purple or blue I'm turning.
Ricky,
okay?
do you think doctors show up when there's an emergency? Do you think they just like come out? You know that
Yeah,
it's not a
no,
doctor
no.
that shows up, right?
Well, like all those times you like an emergency's going, everyone's like, "Is there a doctor in the building?" And there's always that one guy like, "I'm a doctor," you know.
But then he turns out he's a
Yeah.
doctor of business or some shit.
Well,
and he doesn't
whatever.
know-
A doctor's a
and he
doctor,
knows what
Steven.
he's
All right.
doing.
If you get
I'm a paleontologist.
if you get a doctoral,
I'm Ross
Steven,
Friends.
you can now do surgeries and shit like that. Okay.
If you get a
Like,
doctorate, it doesn't matter.
yeah, doesn't matter what field.
No.
it's gonna
You
be.
can go out there and you can do surgeries now. You can just walk right into the operation ward. Like, don't worry, have a doctor.
I
Like,
really,
oh God,
I
let him
really
do the
hope
surgery.
somebody gives me an honorary doctorate so I can start doing surgery.
It's gonna
Exactly.
be it's gonna be Rick's daughter. She's gonna be a horse doctor. You know, once you pass out too, if somebody is trained, they can do whatever they want to try and save you. Once you can't say no, as long as they're trying to save you, they can do what they want.
Put a tattoo on your neck that says "No tracheotomies, please."
No tracheotomies unless
It's
you're a
legally
trained
binding.
professional
Because technically, they have to introduce
with
themselves.
up-to-date
and
certifications.
Ask if they can help you, and you can say
Yeah.
no. But once you're
Jason's right on
unconscious,
that, yeah.
they can
Yeah.
do whatever they need to try and save
Ricky,
you.
you can't say trained professional. I'm a trained professional. I'm not a trained professional in
I have
tracheotomy.
the card in my, I
I'm
have
a
the
trained
card in my
professional.
wallet. I've been trained to do that.
No, you have not
trained-
been.
No, actually,
I'm
I
a
have.
trained professional timber cutter, so I could definitely. I'm a trained professional of something.
Yeah, see, Eric
Well.
uses blades too, so it's even closer.
Exactly, because I'm like, honestly, like, how different is it, from chopping down a tree to, cutting into someone's throat?
I don't really see
Ricky
much of
would
a
be so
difference.
pissed if I just took my steel straw and stabbed it through it into his neck hole, and then blew on it so the chunk of flesh blew out of the straw, and he swallowed his own neck hole
Ew.
stuff. But he could
Aw.
breathe. He'd be all, oh, I think I just swallowed my own neck hole stuff.
Oh,
I could feel it in my throat.
It's so gross.
oh.
Yuck.
What would happen, Eric, is
But-
you get ready to blow into the straw, and it would it would somehow exhale, and it would come out the straw, and just a bunch of grossness would come out into your mouth. And, you get
All of
Ricky,
the-
and then Ricky would be
the
like, "There's
years
something
of-
inside of me."
There'd just be one long ginger worm that
Yeah.
came out, and it would have Ricky's face on it, and he'd be like, "I'm leaving this body," and he'd be like, "Whoa, get the fuck away from me, then."
And then you're just gonna start walking around telling everybody you're sitting here and smoking weed.
I know, right? It's already started.
Yeah, those are the beginning symptoms once you start doing the basically I know, right, thing.
Yeah.
That's the beginning symptom, the signs of it.
Yeah. So Melissa McCarthy in this is like such an asshole.
So which one is Melissa McCarthy?
You know which one Sandra Bullock is, right?
Nope.
Oh, I
What?
thought you did because you were
Nope.
talking about her earlier.
Nope.
All right.
Yes, he does.
I don't. I honestly do not know.
Have you seen
The
Speed,
smug
Ricky?
one.
I know them from you got the skinny chick, and then you got the the round woman.
She was very voluptuous. Very voluptuous.
And then Jason said voluptuous.
Voluptuous.
I
Not
don't think
That's how you
voluptuous,
say it in
voluptuous.
Canadian.
Ricky.
Huh?
That's a new word he made
Sandra
up.
Bullock.
Voluptuous.
Okay, so that's Sandra
Voluptuous,
Bullock.
damn it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's Sandy.
Yeah, clearly the round one was the other one.
Melissa McCarthy.
And that's the round one.
Uh-huh.
I hate you so much.
Yeah.
You're such a shithead. Seriously.
She was like a weeble wobble. You could knock her down, but she'd get right back up.
Well, I mean, she didn't really walk. She wobbled.
Could you really knock her down? I feel like she'd knock your ass down.
Jason was his ass kicked by her.
I couldn't knock her down. I'm not saying I could. I'm just saying if you
You
could.
walk up and she'd fucking lay you out.
That'd be like
Probably
a
just-
weasel trying to tip over a buffalo.
I mean,
It just isn't gonna happen.
Throw over the guy with the
Rojas?
Yeah, Rojas.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you for helping me with something.
The dude on the fence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was throwing the watermelons and stuff at him.
Although, like, talk about handling the whole like prostitution buying terribly. Like, why the fuck would you do that? Like, you don't call up the guy's wife. She just had a kid. He probably doesn't want to injure her with his power.
Well, really, he could have just said, you know what,
that guy did not have power.
That's probably true.
He should have said, you know
probably
what,
did.
prostitution is illegal. I am hiring her for a adult film.
I don't know what the
All
rules
he had
are
to
in,
do is say,
Boston, man.
"What are you trying to do? Hey, can you help me with directions here? I'm just asking her for directions."
There you go.
And then she'd go, "Why didn't you ask
She
this
looked
guy?"
sad.
And then he could go, "Because he's a fucking bum. I'm not asking a fucking bum for directions. I'll end up with his dick in my butt when he knocks me out. Look at me." And then she'd be like, "Oh, okay. All right, I can't prove shit." "Oh,
Eric,
can you see
you
my
just
phone?
lost us our
I
one
don't
homeless
have a
viewer."
phone? What the hell, man? Why wouldn't you just say you don't have a phone?" What an asshole. What's that, Jason?
You just lost us our one homeless viewer.
Well,
You put a bad light on all of them.
That's not true. There's a difference. Like if you're a homeless guy and you're awake and aware and don't seem like you're high on something, and you're you're not literally laying there in a pool of your own excrement / piss, then totally ask that guy for directions. But that guy in the movie was laying there passed out with a clear piss and shit stain. So that's a no-go for any questions being asked, because he's gonna want to like a ride, and he shit himself. So that would be like,
What's it like if you give a mouse a cookie, if you ask a homeless man for directions, he'll want a ride, and if you give him a ride, it's like
then the next thing you know, he's banging in your car with a bunch of other bums.
With a bunch of
as long as you
drive a Prius.
In your car.
If you own a Prius, it's gonna get done. It's just the way it is.
Like, I mean, like, you'll never get that smell out. It'll just permanently be in there.
I know. I can't get it out of my car because Ricky sat in my car, so it smells like a bum.
Oh Jesus!
True, you, dude.
It's about the same thing.
True, you too, Jason.
And then Biff Tannen was great in this.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. He's just like, I can't go against what she says. Just do whatever she says. Come on, man.
Oh God, she's gonna make my life hell if I go against this, and I mean, we've all been there before. Jason knows exactly like what that's like.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You do, but like a couple months ago, you do.
That was like 2 months ago.
It's like all right, I'm not gonna argue the weeble wobble.
I got the memory of a goldfish, man. I don't even know what you're talking about 2 months ago stuff.
Jason suppresses traumatic events.
Yes. I can't remember traumatic events. Unfortunately, I learned to speak during one.
Yeah. That explains a lot, Jason.
Jason's like, no wonder I can't remember the last 5 years of my life.
5?
You thought it was all like heavy drugs and stuff like that the whole time, huh?
Yeah.
Do drugs?
Not that often.
Yeah,
so would you steal someone's
That you
cat?
remember of.
Would I steal someone's cat?
Yeah.
No.
Like the way Melissa McCarthy does in the end.
Yeah.
Or like she does in the like Sandra Bullock does in the beginning, where she just like takes this person's cat every once in a while, and just like, it's like a rent a cat kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, like, either
cat.
or. Like, I mean, like, would you totally like, especially like that huge ass cat. I mean, like, I would have to name that cat Garfield. You know what I mean? Just there's definitely
Ricky, that was the Garfield.
Yeah.
That was Garfield appearing as Pumpkin.
Uh-huh.
It was.
Yeah.
Read the thing.
As a kid, our neighbor's cat would come and hang out in our house all the time, and we didn't care. But I wouldn't actually steal their cat.
It's because Jason wasn't allowed to have a cat when he was younger, so he was like, "Oh, this is a little furry friend."
We had 6 cats.
What the fuck would you have 6 cats for?
Because that cat that kept
I
on
love
coming
cats.
over was a male cat and kept on impregnating his cats.
No. My cats were all spayed and
So what you
neutered.
had was a cat.
He had a cat brothel.
Brothel.
Yeah.
No, I love cats. We hate dogs in my family.
That's how Jason was like. He was pretending, like some people play store and stuff like that. Jason plays brothel owner. He was like, he had them all line up so the cat could choose which one who wanted.
No.
I made a lot of money that year.
The cat
Either
doesn't
that
have
or
money.
Jason's parents ran a cheesing drug den.
No, but I was never hungry because those kibbles and bits are pretty good.
You feed kibbles and bits to your cats?
The cat version. What do they call it? Meow mix.
Yeah, mix.
That's why you're so small.
Yeah.
You didn't have proper nutrition when you were growing up.
There you go. It was all about the cat food.
Well, I mean, it's high protein,
Yeah, high protein.
No, it isn't. It's like high carbs, man. If you actually read the shit, it's all like, I don't know. There's people who think that cats can be vegans.
That's because they're stupid.
Yeah, there's people out there that think like, things like dogs and lions and shit
There's
like that.
people out there that think they can be vegans. They're stupid too.
Yeah, they get stupider when they do the diet because it actually
it
fucks
kills
with your
brain cells, and they lose so much weight. The doctors a lot of the time tell them you need to eat meat or you're going to die, and then they end up on
no,
medications.
they can get all that from plants or supplemental pills though.
A vegetarian,
Yo.
maybe. A vegan is so strict, they might not be able to get the protein they need another way. Proteins.
Propatines.
Propane. Propane. Time to start the. You're pissing yourself, Leahy.
Damn it.
Holy shit! So I want to see I want to see this lady. Just I gotta say I love Bill Burr in these movies.
I don't know who Bill Burr is.
He's the dude with a
He's one of the
baseball bat,
brothers.
and he's one of the brothers.
Okay.
And, the narc guy, that was pretty funny too. I
Narc.
love the accent.
Yeah.
Are you not a knock?
A knock?
She's like,
What's
a
a
knock?
knock?
What the fuck are you saying?
Mhm.
Speak English, dummy. We speak
man.
Boston.
What is it? The fucking guy's girlfriend fucking picks her up. The fucking all the bags and shit. It's like, I got you the bag so you could roll it.
Yeah. Maybe this Christmas I'll buy you a dick sucker so I don't have to do that. That's so fucking funny.
Freaking Melissa, freaking chick there, fucking just pulls out her fucking gun. It's like, you know what? You don't get this one anymore. Fucking chucks the fucking
Oh,
makeup
yeah,
bag
she was being
off.
so freaking slow. I mean, jeez. Did you not understand the situation here? It's not like we're just like going for a car ride to Taco Bell or fucking some shit. I don't know.
The funny thing is, we all know chicks like that. That's like in a life or death. That's funny.
Yeah.
Life or death situation. But they're like, "Don't tell me what to do," and then they get all like snotty with you, and you're like, "We're gonna die if you don't hurry up." Whoa. Don't
Yeah.
rush me.
At least I only do that in video games.
That's true. Or if I'm trying to hustle you across a parking lot and you just put the brakes on.
Yeah, I was gonna say Kelly just engages emergency brakes. All
She's like,
stop.
engage locking brakes, and I'm like, oh fuck.
Well, guess we're gonna get hit.
Yes. It's like, oh no, here we go. Here we go. Yep, I like this. I like this movie a lot.
What's your favorite scene, Eric?
My favorite scene, it's the D. Reynolds scene.
Yeah.
Tatiana, the large-breasted Russian immigrant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
God damn
pretty
it.
fucking. I mean, large-breasted in quotation marks, like
Yeah.
compared to Sandra Bullock, but definitely not the Melissa McCarthy, because one of her knockers is like the size of the other lady's whole upper body.
It's true.
It's
It's very true.
I bet she has
But-
back pain.
Yeah, I mean, back pain sucks.
Yes. It
Poor
does.
ladies, they have like all the disadvantages of just existing. With, like,
That's why
having
being
a-
a woman is
you
a
know what I mean? Like-
how does Geico say it? It's a
Pre-existing.
pre-existing
Pre-existing
condition
condition.
because they're born
Yeah.
a woman. I just I can't believe they can call it that and get away with it in today's society. I mean, I agree with what they're doing and helping women pay for some of the stuff that, men don't have to pay for, but at the same time, it's just like they got to call it something different. Like, that's just not a good way to
They're
put
just
it.
speaking insurance.
They're
Yeah, that's
the
how they-
insurance lingo, though, I mean, I feel like that's from the 60s still, when you could actually say things that were true.
Okay, moving
Could've worded
on.
that better.
I hate you, Jason.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Apparently, I don't know. I don't know how to fucking even transition from that.
All right, so yeah, so that scene where they're in the bar and then she cuts her fucking clothes off
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Here she is.
Oh,
She's like
God.
this uptight dipshit, and she's like wearing Spanx, and she's like, it holds everything together, and she's
What
like,
the fuck are you holding?
what are you holding together? Is it like a medical issue? No,
Yeah.
it's not medical. I want to keep it all in the right place. Well, where the hell is it gonna go?
Fucking wakes up with that weird looking fucking like biker dude next to her in the bar stool there, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Kind
pretty.
of like
fucking
lifts his
good,
head
too.
up. She's like, oh god. And like just kind of turns around, like crawls out the back of the booth.
And she's like, wait, who is that guy? That's the guy you were making out with all night.
Oh god.
You gave him your car keys. You don't remember?
That's why Ricky hangs out at bars, just hoping for that one moment to happen.
Hey, you know what?
And
but
well,
at the time, you might get that to happen.
You just want to be covered in nuts. You're covered in nuts. You're having a bad dream. You're covered in nuts. I love that. Like,
So funny.
that well happened to Ricky
Moving
one
it
day
along.
with the same guy in the movie. I can see it now.
You're saying Ricky's gonna be the other? It's gonna be the other way around. Ricky's not gonna be the dude sitting in the bar.
He's
Waiting.
gonna be the dude that ends up kissing the dude that he thought was a girl.
No, I usually have pretty good perception of that. You know,
I never seen you high and drunk, so I wouldn't know that because you don't really drink.
I don't really get wasted when I drink. So I'm pretty well still full of like my cognitive fallacies.
I wish Johnny was. I gotta say, I wish Johnny.
Oh jeez, Johnny has been in that position 5 or 6 times with men, I'm sure.
Today.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
Today.
wish Johnny was on the podcast once in a while, so Johnny could be like, you do definitely remain a hold of some phalluses while you're really drunk, and Ricky's like, huh? I passed out one time, Johnny. That's all it took.
No, it'd be more like Johnny's like, I don't know, man, but every time I pass out at a bar, I always wake up sticky and my butthole kind of hurts.
If I was Johnny and Ricky ever passed out at my house, he would wake up with a pair of panties across his face.
Oh. I'm just gonna have to never pass out at Jason's house then, because I don't want to be having Jason take his panties off and put them on my head. That's just gonna be gross.
I wouldn't do that. I wear expensive panties, Ricky.
I have shit stains all over them. God.
Oh God, Ricky.
Damn it.
Jesus.
Learn to wipe properly, Jason.
Try this Pantene. It's man version.
Use man wipes, okay? The Dollar Shave Club makes them, okay?
We're not sponsored by them. Shut the fuck up. Unless
Yeah, they
Dollar
gotta
Shave
pay
want-
for advertisements on our show.
that's right.
Exactly. We have to pay
Come
for
on.
advertisements.
Come on, Dollar Shave Club, sponsor some poor people, all right? Quit sponsoring all these rich people.
Exactly.
They don't need
Actually-
your money.
I actually use your product. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so does my brother after I bought him the thing.
Exactly.
Damn it.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
their butt wipes are even like.
Well, yeah, they
peppermint
make
scented.
moist butt wipes, so that
Yeah.
way you can get through all the hair and shit.
You guys are still advertising for it. Shut the fuck up.
I mean, I can solve that. It's called a garden hose. I mean, that's way better. You just stand in the tub and just let her rip. It gets so clean.
So how? So let me get this straight. You're
It's a
running the
simple-
garden hose in through the window through into the bathroom, so you can stand in
What?
the bathtub. Well, you said you're gonna use a garden hose, so
Oh,
I
yeah.
would
I'm
assume
a
that you're gonna
redneck. I
run
have
the
a
garden
bathtub in the-
hose.
Ricky, I'm a redneck. I have a bathtub in the front yard.
Oh, okay.
That's what it's for. I just pull my
Uh-huh.
pants down out in the open
Uh,
and just blast it all up.
But
so
Ricky,
like
your point could happen. Like if the shower doesn't work, then yeah, you're gonna pull the
Yeah.
hose through the window.
Yeah.
I
right.
work with a guy who had a bidet put into his bathroom. He says it's the greatest experience anyone could ever have.
Is this a guy? Is this a guy? What the fuck? Is this guy like a virgin? Or wait, never
Yes.
mind. I don't want
Yes,
to ask.
he
because
definitely is.
I forgot about who you work with, so never mind.
Oh, he is a.
Da. And then Sandra Bullock is like hitting on Marlon Wayans, kinda. She's
I was
like
gonna say
nagging
he's
him.
our computer.
Who the hell is
technician.
Marlon Lands?
Marlon Wayans.
Yeah, who is that?
I swear to God, Ricky. I wish we had.
Wow.
We need like Alexa hooked up to the television, so when he yells that out, it just pops up on the screen for him. So he knows who the.
But you
fuck
realize
these people
right
are.
soon, I'm gonna make Alexa answer some pretty horrible things if that's gonna be the case.
Ricky.
Oh, that guy.
There you go.
Everyone should tell Alexa up, down, left, right, A, B, go. And then it says going into super Alexa mode now, starting reactors, and like it continues on with this long spiel. It's pretty funny.
Well, I'm gonna start adding weird things to the shopping list.
I could just imagine.
Definitely not hooking that up to my Amazon.
Ginger beard oil.
Well, I mean that's more of a necessity, not luxury.
Yes, and you both
Wouldn't
need
it be?
that.
Wouldn't it be
Steve's got
nice
some
to
red in
find
his
like a
beard.
super rich person's Alexa? Like somebody who's so rich they don't even actually look at the orders on their Amazon account.
And you just send that shit to order in.
Yeah, so you just like start sending yourself like, let's say Bill Gates' Alexa just like happened to fall out on the ground and I hooked it up and I'm like, can I change Alexa? Can I change the address that you shipped this order to? Yeah, and then I'm just like, send me a car. And then it's like, okay, it's on the way. And I'm
I would do.
holy shit.
Okay, so like I would do that stuff, right? And then at the very end, right before I got, got rid of it, I would change the address back and then have Alexa send him a 55-gallon drum of lube. So that way he just randomly gets this huge ass drum of lube on his porch
with a note, this is for how bad I fucked you over.
Yeah, because I hear this is
This is on you.
Exactly. This is to make it a little bit easier when you realize how hard I just fucked you.
The thing is, with him, it wouldn't even be worth his time to come after you for the money. You could have wasted $1 million, and you'd be like, "Fuck, that's like a half hour."
He's like, "Oh no, I can't get an extra hour on my sensual massage this Thursday. Oh well." So we all know those billionaires are getting sensual massages damn near every day.
I don't
They're-
know. I
they're
mean, could you
essential
imagine having
massages?
so much money that like you could spend our entire yearly budget every day and it would not affect your bank account?
That'd be nice.
I would be like, what the fuck is this? What do you even do with yourself?
Well, I mean,
First
yeah,
of
like,
all, why
after-
would you
after-
ever get that much money? And then when you're doing that, you realize, wait a second. You know how many fucking copies of Microsoft Windows that I've had to buy in my life for all the various fucking computers? This guy got that money. What a dickhead.
Mhm.
I
know?
read once that if he dropped a $100 bill, he would actually lose money in the time it took him to pick it up. I was just like, really? Like that? I don't even know how that would happen. But apparently, when every step counts for getting to your next meeting or whatever, it matters.
Except you could just be like, hey, assistant that makes like $5 an hour or is a free intern, pick up that $100 bill.
I need to wipe
And
my
then
ass
give it to
later.
me. Yeah.
Except he probably wouldn't take it back.
Did you guys?
I don't think he touches money. He's a
Did you
super
guys ever
germaphobe.
Oh yeah. Did you guys ever see The Dictator?
Yeah.
Yeah, the part
Fucking
where
hilarious.
he's like paying like Megan Fox and whoever to have sex with him. I was like,
Yeah.
that's so funny.
Yeah.
I wonder if that ever happens. It's like, I'll pay you $1 million to have sex with me. And
Well,
they're
what do you
like,
think Kim Jong did with LeBron James?
That could be the weirdest.
I'm just saying.
I thought that was Dennis
Yeah.
Rodman that went over.
Oh,
there.
that's right. Yeah, it was Dennis Rodman. Never mind. Yeah, Dennis Rodman. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's creepy.
Uh-huh.
So if you went back and saw Sandra Bullock's shooting instructor, that would be me, right? Just like right in the dick. Just shot that guy
Yeah.
right in the dick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was 2
Oh.
shots to the dick, too.
Yeah.
That's about how you would do it.
Mhm.
You might get a third off, though. I mean, you really like to shoot people in the dick.
Steve just charges the guy shooting while he's on the ground, going ah, and then the cop next to him's like, "That's definitely police procedure." Except you hit him a lot. How did that happen?
Well, you got to aim for the right spot and you just hit him every time.
Yeah.
Right?
Steve's like, I just shoot to where my eyes are drawn.
That's
I
right.
hit my target.
Every
Yep.
time.
Oh.
It's like RoboCop with the dick shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to demoralize my enemy, and what better way to do it than to shoot people in the dick?
Shoot bulges.
Yep.
Yep. Just blow them
That's
up.
funny. Yeah, so this movie's pretty quirky. I like all the weirdness about it, and what's her name having all that goofy shit to say?
Melissa.
Melissa. God, she
What's
should
her-
change her name so I can remember it.
Mullins?
She was just a
I mean, you
little.
can remember it.
She was just a little too hardcore sometimes.
I don't know. Some of it's like things I would like to say, but I just don't.
I want her refrigerator though, really badly,
With all the guns?
with all the guns, not just
Do you
the
want
fridge.
the? Do you want the couple day old sub sandwich too?
Yeah.
I'll take it as long as it comes with the guns and the grenades.
All right, yeah.
And the
So
rocket launchers.
at the ending of this movie, right? Like when when like she sends her that book, right? Like I was really hoping that in that box was gonna be that cheese sandwich. Like, cause like she was like never getting rid of it, and like constantly like trying to give it to her. So like I'm like please just like open the box up and just see that sandwich in there. That'd be fucking great.
I love when she's like, "What is cheese? Cheese doesn't go bad,
Yeah.
does it?"
See, that's how I was hoping it would end, with her opening the box up and seeing that sandwich in there.
I mean, cheese really doesn't go bad until you slice it. I mean, when it's a big chunk, you can just cut the mold off and eat it. Not the mold, but the cheese.
So we all know how Jason eats his cheese now.
Moldy cheese.
Yeah, wait till it gets all nice and moldy, cuts that mold off and eats it.
That way, the cheese never actually gets smaller. It's always the same size.
Oh, infinite cheese.
Infinite cheese.
Uh-huh.
That mold absorbs the flavor of cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Gross.
That's just fucking foul.
It's a dairy product, so this meat's on a lot of levels perfect to make Eric grossed out.
Cheese doesn't really bother me. I've had tons of like cheese that's been like sliced down and whatnot. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how cheese went at my house growing up. There was always like mold on it we had to cut off. The shitty part was when she'd run out and be like, "Oh, well, maybe we can slice a little bit off of that and then put it in someone's sandwich, and you get the surprise mold."
Oh.
Like, that's too much. You just throw that shit in the bushes. And then it'd be like, "No sandwich today. I'm only out here for 12 hours."
And then the bush would throw it away. He's like,
Then the
"No!"
bush is all, get this fucking thing out of here. The bear barfs. You know?
Well.
Yeah, so
Show's on you, bear.
can you guys believe Michael McDonald was in this fucking movie?
And who's Michael
Has he
McDonald?
been in anything forever? Like, what was the last thing he was in besides Mad TV?
He was Stewart in Mad TV.
That's
That's
it?
it. Yeah.
Showing you what he can do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now he's in this movie actually showing that he has good acting chops.
Okay,
It's
but
like,
now
hey,
all I can see him is as Stewart now, and I can't place him in this movie.
he's the dude who's going to cut everybody up.
Oh. Wow, Stewart got fucking really mental and like
Oh, yeah,
dark.
He was in Austin Powers also. He was also in Spy.
Oh, yeah.
He was apparently in Spy.
I wonder who he was in that.
It says he plays Patrick.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
No, this is Patrick.
I don't remember him as Spy at all.
Neither do I. Oh man. So I totally forgot Sandra Bullock got stabbed in the leg when she's getting into the hospital, and I'm
Yeah.
like, why the fuck? Like, did she hit her head that hard? And I'm like, it took me so fucking long to remember. Oh yeah, she got stabbed in the leg.
Twice.
Like 3 times actually, because
yeah,
she
3
couldn't
times.
do
Yeah.
it the first time, and it's just like, just do it.
There should have been some blood on that knife, though, I feel like. I mean, it's not like they weren't showing blood in the movie. When she stabs the guy in the neck with a straw, it was squirting blood everywhere.
Well-
Yet the knife was, like, wiped clean.
Well, her spandex wiped the knife clean.
Every
Spanx.
time there
Yeah, her
was...
Spanx.
All right.
I mean, it's also possible you got to realize these are actors, so they might have been getting squeamish with the blood. You know, like you
Yeah.
stab it in and pull it out, and it gets on. It's like, because there are people who are pretty weird around blood.
She
But
wasn't...
wouldn't that
I-
have just made the scene greater? If like she started like
Yeah.
freaking out at the sight of blood and started gagging and like passing out, I would have been fucking hilarious.
I
It would
don't
have just
think-
added to the scene.
I don't think that was a problem for either of them, because when that blood is squirting all over him later on in the movie,
yeah, with the whole tracheotomy
Yeah.
thing and just
Oh,
going
yeah.
every fucking way.
they were both covered in blood. So
well,
I'm pretty
maybe
sure...
maybe they ran out on their blood budget because of that scene.
Oh, they used all their blood in that scene.
Could
That's
be.
what it was.
Yeah.
That could be.
So
Get
now
some
they
more
have to go
corn
sacrifice.
syrup.
Well, I mean, like they ran out of interns, so now they have to wait till they get more interns to get the blood.
Oh yeah, I get it. That makes sense. They used real blood in this movie.
well,
to make
well,
it
I
more
mean, they do in
realistic.
most movies. They just use
Yeah.
intern blood
Yeah,
because that's really their only purpose.
yeah, because people really got upset when they were using pig blood. So they
Exactly.
had-
Is you know
yeah.
it's interns. Their purpose is to supply blood and gore
Yep.
for the
They
movies.
got upset with pig blood. Why?
PETA.
PETA. They got all pissed off
They're,
about pig
they're
blood.
dying anyways. You're cutting their throats to make bacon
Yeah.
out of them.
Well,
Why
don't want you to
waste
do
the
that
blood?
either.
They don't want you to do that either, really. So now you get to cut open, intern
Why?
throats.
Okay, isn't that this like? All right, I'm sorry. I
know,
have
you
an
should
opinion about this.
Cut open the tofu.
If all right, so let's say that everybody quits eating animal products. Like,
Nope.
okay, first of all, they could treat them better in factories. I've seen those pictures. That's terrible. Like, have them out on a fucking farm eating grass, for crying out loud. Anyways, so let's just say that we're all like, we're not going to eat any more animals at all, right?
Nope.
Let's say that.
Nope.
Then what would happen to all the animals that were still alive right now? They would all starve to death because the farmers couldn't afford to feed them. I think getting hit in the head with a hammer is better than starving to death.
Well, most of the time they just use a freaking automatic piston that just fucking punctures a hole in their fucking head.
Yeah, they die
And
instantaneously.
then they die pretty much instantaneously, and they just drop the fuck down.
I bet money if you had like a survey of people, like let's say you could bring them back right after they died. There's probably so many of our ancestors to be like, yeah, I'd much rather have that piston way. Fuck, starving to death and then getting dysentery on the Oregon Trail.
I know, right?
Or like some of my ancestors that probably fell off a fucking boat in cold ass water and died.
So your ancestors were on the Titanic?
No,
That's the only boat that ever sank. You never know that.
Ricky. There's only one boat in cold water. Everybody knows that.
Exactly. And it failed epically.
That's why they don't put boats in cold water anymore.
Exactly. Uh-huh. Did you hear they're making a Titanic 2? And it's going to take the same course as the original Titanic? And it's going to sink in the same spot, too, just to, really add to the nostalgia?
Well, I hope Rose lets the dude on the fucking door
this
this time.
No. We all know that women have only gotten more selfish in, this day and age.
Ricky.
Well,
No, Jason, there's no well. Shut the fuck up. Somebody else say something.
Does that have like a totally different outcome though? Because there's no more women and children first. It's just children first, and then everybody else fend for themselves.
Well, it's children first, and then whoever identifies as a woman.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say people
No.
have gotten a lot
Everybody
bigger. There
does
wouldn't be room for 2 people on the door. America's gotten fat.
Can you imagine, only one generation before the Titanic, the old man strength, they could have just ran across the water because they were that fast.
Well,
That's how we got to the America anyways.
Well, I mean, they would have just
No, that's
lassoed a
super
bunch
speed.
of freaking whales or sharks or something like that, and then just rode them Aquaman style back to shore. I mean, it would have been no freaking issue.
The
Yeah.
one old guy in the Titanic just dives in the water and then 5 minutes later comes back up on a shark with a rope on it through its mouth,
Yes.
looking like a badass, but he's 80 years old and still
Wearing
stronger than
Speedos.
every other man on the whole ship. And he just comes out of the water and he's like, "Fuck you, young people, old man strength for life." And then he just gets swam to the United States.
And it turns out it's the old guy from Jaws. So there you
Exactly. Uh-huh.
Probably is. Fucking badass. It's actually Poseidon.
go. Yeah.
Wait, that's the dude's name, right?
Poseidon?
That's the foot. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's the What's the other one? There's Poseidon, and then there's a Greek and a Roman guy. Which one's which?
I just had it and I don't remember now.
Is there Neptune? Is that the other
Neptune's
guy?
the other one. That's the other one, yeah.
And is that the Roman one or the Greek one?
Let's see. I don't remember.
Neptune's Greek?
Groman.
Groman.
He's Grumman.
Mm-hmm. It's Groman.
Yeah.
I am so happy Steve is gonna get to see Kelly right now on this video when I give it to him to look at.
You're not doing this. to me.
Oh yes. That's why it's on. It's to keep you honest, and it has not been working because you didn't realize what it was for.
Shut up.
Neptune's the Roman. Poseidon's the Greek one.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
So which one of those had Mount Olympus? Was that both of them?
I think that was the Roman gods.
Yeah.
Huh. What
With
did the Greeks
Hades.
have?
I don't know.
Mount High
Everest?
Mountain.
Never
it
mind,
was,
that's the Greek ones.
it was Mount Everest.
And what is the Roman one then?
How much would you guys shit your pants if you went back into when they made the Sphinx and there's fucking aliens wandering around? and
Well,
people are
we
driving around
all-
in like floating cars and
Yeah.
shit.
Well, like
And
we
it'd be
all
like,
know that
what the
all
fuck
technology is based back to the alien technology, which bases back to the pyramids. Because every episode it brings it all back around to the pyramids.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
the gods lived on both.
Yeah, okay.
In both mythologies, they lived on Mount Olympus. So
Wow, they're not very creative. So yeah, so when did they? Okay, so isn't this a funny thought, right? Like they get to time travel, right?
Mhm.
And then you go back in time, and you're seeing them, and they're fucking flying around on stuff, and you're thinking to yourself, how the hell did these guys go extinct? Like, what the fuck happened to civilization? And then you sneeze, and a guy over next to you, like he starts to sneeze, and then his eyes start bleeding, and he dies, and you're like, oh shit,
I think I just started the plagues.
I think I did that. Fuck, I killed an entire civilization. Hell yeah. You're just like, quick, I better throw my iPhone out on the ground so somebody can find it.
I mean,
And then
there's no
in the
proof
fucking-
that the gods from the past aren't just aliens, right?
Nope.
There's nowhere that says they weren't aliens.
Well, actually, we all know that now that that's actually the case, and now thanks to the Avenger movies.
That's right.
Right.
That's
It's true.
right. So now it is written that they were aliens. So now it's 100% proof.
Exactly, because it was on TV, so
in
it's
the
true.
Marvel
Well, no, it's
stuff,
on the
like there's
internet, too.
Hercules. There's in the Marvel stuff, there's Hercules, and he's not an alien. He's just an elder dude. Same with Ares. So, but you still got like the Norse guys who are all aliens. So I don't know how that works. They're just.
I
only
guess
superpowered
Asgardians
people.
are aliens, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're just
Yeah.
not, wow.
They're also
Man, it sucks
aliens
with
when
a
you
lot of people.
watch Stargate. So
Yeah, they're parasitic aliens that when they die, they take over a new host body.
Some of them are good guys.
Aren't they symbiotes then?
No, they're parasitic. They completely take over the body.
Well, like you guys were having a discussion about this on the Beaker podcast, and then so there's this thing called a symbiote. I don't know if
Uh-huh.
you guys are aware of that.
yes.
But that was the word you were like. So if you get superpowers from something that's living off of you, but you get superpowers, I'm pretty sure that qualifies as symbiosis because
I think we were
keeping it
avoiding
alive?
the word because we didn't want to get sued. We didn't put a mohawk in a wheelchair. on it,
Dude.
so
Yeah.
symbiote is not like a trademarked thing. You can't trademark a.
Yeah, but you
well,
see
and-
now, like
in
Thor
today's
is
society,
not. But you see
you
now,
can
Thor is
trademark
not.
all kinds of
Is
stuff.
yeah. You see now, Thor doesn't have a symbiotic, relation with his host body. He literally just took the fucking thing over. Like he's not giving his powers to someone else.
Oh, you're
he's
talking
just,
about Stargate.
Yeah, like he's just like assuming
Yeah,
their
well,
power.
Here's the thing, though. In Stargate, they're not.
I was
all
thinking
like
about
that.
Teal'c or whatever because that guy still had his faculties, but he was getting the extra strength and stuff from.
Well,
this.
yeah,
are two
like that
different.
guy.
Those are two
thing.
different races. The Asgardians in Stargate are little gray aliens, and the guys you guys are talking about are the Goulds that fucking.
Oh, that's right.
They're the Egyptian gods.
Yeah.
Yes, and the
Yeah, the
Goulds,
gray
though-
aliens didn't take over shit. They were
No,
just gray
no.
aliens.
They were the ones defending against the little fucking parasitic pieces of shit.
I mean, all
Yeah.
they would do is occasionally stick their finger up your butt.
That's
Yeah.
right.
But
They were making
the,
sure
That's
you
not
weren't
that
infected.
bad.
the
Well, you know,
Goulds-
they just know the importance of having a healthy prostate.
That's right.
That's right.
You know what happened is they seen that Reddit video and they're like, "What the fuck is the point of this? I don't get it. I'm sticking it up there. They're not really smelling it. They're all freaked out. I mean, here it is. This gal, she had a finger right up her butt and
No.
didn't seem to care. And it turns out that guy works at like a ground turkey factory, and the romaine lettuce factory, and all these other places. And he's their quality tester for the health department.
What the? Are you talking about the thing you just sent or something?
Yeah.
You sent?
Yeah, that gross ass thing that everybody's seen.
Outside the restaurant.
Outside
in
the
parking
restaurant
lot.
where the
Oh,
dude's like
yeah,
checking
okay.
the lady's
Yep, I know what
oil.
you're talking about. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
I know what you're
It
talking
took
about.
a long time for me to remember. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I blocked that one out of my head.
Yeah, I was just like, wait, why is he doing this in public? And then why did she smell it? I'm like, has she been eating a lot of blackberries and wants to
damn
see
it.
if it smells like blackberries or something?
so
bad. God
Do
damn
I
it.
smell
Ugh.
a flare?
That just sounds really wrong. Whatever you guys talking about.
Well, you're gonna make sure. I'm gonna make sure you see it.
I haven't
Well,
seen it either.
please,
You have
please
to.
don't.
How
No,
did
you
he not
have
see
to.
it?
Please
You
don't.
have to see it.
So, anyways,
I
what
see
I
it
was gonna
saw first.
say
I showed Eric.
What the hell, Kelly?
is,
You guys can actually thank Kelly for sharing this.
you guys were talking about the ghouls. Or how would they say their name? and they don't have to take over the body. The ones that are trying to help the humans allow the human to maintain their own mind, and they only take over when it's necessary, and it is actually a symbiotic relationship, where Ricky probably hasn't seen enough of the show to know that. He just thought they took everybody over and possessed them, basically, and controlled their body, but they don't have to do that.
There's just a lot of people who, misuse the word parasite and symbiote. That's all. It's okay. It's not a big deal.
Well, yeah.
I just wanted to talk about it because I don't know what else to. This movie, The Heat, is a great movie, but right now I'm kind of spacing on what to talk about other than the albino dude.
Oh God!
Which, as we all know, is an offshoot of the same race that made gingers.
That's right.
Well, they're more like. Well, I mean, like they're like a ginger elder. Really?
They're a purebred ginger, is what they are.
Yeah. You see, it's just kind of how they work.
So what I'm getting
turns
from
out-
you is if they breed with like a brunette, you get a ginger. Is that how that happened?
Almost always.
Oh,
Almost always.
I see now.
You see, it's the albinos that can actually spawn forth new gingers. See, gingers just kind of like recycle the process of birth and life, and death and all that kind of stuff there, where the albinos can actually create like new beings into the cycle.
I don't think I've ever seen a picture of an albino woman. I've just seen dudes.
Look them up; they're pretty creepy.
The women are extremely
That's so
rare.
weird.
Like when you have a calico cat that's a female, it's worth thousands of dollars because it's a female and it's extremely rare. It's kind of the same thing.
So, like a male calico.
Is it the males that are rare, not the females?
Yeah,
No,
the calico
females
cats are
are-
almost always female, and they're usually sterile anyways.
So the males.
And if you get a male that's not sterile, like
Yeah,
it's,
but it's still a
like
cat.
it's like
Who the
it's
fuck
like
would
it's
ever
like
want
a
a
fucking
cat?
diamond in a fucking pig trough.
I mean, it runs around and it shits in a box inside your house. It's like having a kid that never grows up.
Wait, is Eric talking about himself or cats?
The cats. They shit in a box. Like, little
You
kids,
shit
they
in a
poop in their
box.
little, like, toilet trainee box thing, or whatever the hell. It's like a fake toilet, Do they still do that? Is that still a thing? Or did people move on to, like, a new technology now?
Well, they have new technologies. Like you put a litter box that fits in the toilet, and then once the cat learns to use it, you take it away, and then the cat just pisses and dumps in the toilet. You can teach them to flush it too.
Well,
gonna be so much piss on the toilet seat.
Usually,
Oh my,
what
that
ends
would
up
be
happening
great
is
for
the
a guy,
cat
though.
just finds like a plastic bag, and decides like, "Hey, I'm gonna pee on that."
Yeah, they do that.
Like that's just kind of the cat mentality. It's like they see that and it's like, I'm fuck it, I'm gonna piss on that. It's gonna be awesome too. They're gonna fucking hate
And
cleaning
then they
that up.
realize after they peed on it that it crinkles, and they're entertained by it. So then they drag it around the house, covered in piss.
Or they sit back and they wait to
gross
watch
cat
you
pee.
find it, and then you pick it up trying to keep the piss in the bag, and they know that's impossible to do because they spread it across the bag,
Yep.
and then they watch you pour piss everywhere, and they're like, "Stupid human," because that's what cats do. Cats are
I
fucking
think
assholes.
we should just let the squirrels come in and kill the cats.
Eric, we don't need to get involved in the fucking squirrels. Okay, we do not have the technology to go to another world. Okay, we can't afford to fuck with squirrels.
I think we could to get rid of the cats.
No, we can't fuck with squirrels. I'm sorry.
All right, we could do chipmunks then.
All right, we can fuck with the chipmunks.
Yeah, you've seen the Rescue Rangers, man. They're awesome.
Yeah.
Fuck the Rescue Rangers.
Give one of them a little bomber jacket and the other one a Hawaiian shirt. Fucking awesome.
Fuck yeah. Chipmunks, the bomb.
Chippendale.
What the hell ever why don't they make shows like that?
Because if you watch those shows now, you can't believe the shit that they did.
It's a horribly racist and sexist.
It's racist, sexist. They got like
They
got small woodland creatures smoking like marijuana and pipes and shit. And it was all okay when we were kids, but these days, I guess they think it's gonna hurt society.
Violence.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
like
severe
they
violence.
think like kids growing up watching a cartoon character drop an anvil on another cartoon character is gonna make them want to do it in real life.
They made there's a new DuckTales that's out.
Yeah, but it's like super little kitty now.
No, it's the same thing.
The new art style one. So you're talking about?
God damn.
That show was never all that racy, anyways.
It's the same stuff. It's the same fucking thing as what Chippendale and all that stuff. It all came out at the same time.
And they didn't change it. It's still just as violent and everything.
Yeah, I mean they're running around, fucking wearing like the one I watched was they were in some temple and the kids are trying to get through it and shit, and there's fire and fucking spikes and shit like that all over the place.
Yeah, but or is there violence on like duck on duck violence?
There was never duck on duck violence then.
Well, no, but they had a hunter shoot a duck in the face and a rabbit shove a.
That's
carrot.
Looney Tunes. It's totally different.
Totally different,
Talking
Jason.
about different
Come on,
stuff
man.
here.
Get your fucking stuff
Different
right.
companies, man.
Well, Looney Tunes sucks anyways. DuckTales is always better.
Looney
that's
Tunes was
not.
fucking awesome, you piece of shit.
You have just stated a wrong opinion.
Thank you.
Everybody has an opinion. Sometimes they're
Yeah,
wrong.
and your opinion was
yours is
wrong.
very wrong.
Your opinion was
had the
horribly
fucking
wrong.
Roadrunner and the Wile E. Coyote, like the
Roadrunner was
ultimate,
the only good one.
not the only
Oh.
good one.
Bullshit.
Fucking Tasmanian Devil.
I know, right?
He was okay.
Daffy Duck was awesome.
He was crappy.
Daffy Duck was fucking
Bugs
awesome.
Bunny was hilarious
He was, He definitely
and
was.
very progressive.
And
as
he
it
was a
turns
cross
out.
dresser
Yeah.
too. That was
Yes.
really ahead of his time for that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's why they all, I mean, that's why we were always trying to get to Albuquerque so we could go see the set of the Breaking Bad shows
Yeah.
He knew it was going to be
before it
big.
happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, he knew it was going to be big.
Yep.
It's gonna be huge. Why didn't I use that word the other night? Oh well.
Oh,
God damn it, Kelly.
Because you had to say the line that was on the card.
Yeah, but you can ad lib
You
a
could
little.
ad-lib a
add it
little.
in there.
I lived
That's
almost
true.
every single one of mine.
Yeah, but yours were like unintentional getting wound ups.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah. Well, it was
uh,
it was a intentional unintentional, like intentionally get wound up so it turns into something just fucking ridiculous.
It seemed to me like you were just nervous and just trying your best.
No, that was intentional to, get all, theirs, but
All
whatever.
right, I'll let you have that one. I'll just leave it alone.
The
But
guy-
you were second place on that, weren't you?
I think in both games, wasn't
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Eric was the wiener.
he?
Yep.
Talking about wieners.
The guy who plays Rojas, his name is Spoken Reasons.
Spoken
I want to know if he
reasons.
changed his fucking name or if his parents actually named him that.
Yeah, because like you maybe like find out like maybe his parents are like hardcore hippies or something like that.
Is it smoken or spoken? I'm not
Spoken.
sure what you said.
Spoken with a P.
Oh,
Spoken.
that's definitely that's a made up name.
There's a lot of made up names, but people name their kids weird shit nowadays, man.
Mm-hmm.
Cheese.
Yeah, that's true.
A B C D E.
Oh yeah, that was one.
Right.
1 2 3 4.
Oh my god.
So dumb.
Yeah, I think those parents should seriously like get in trouble for like child abuse for that
Well,
kind of
if
bullshit.
if you were born in Germany, you're not allowed to name your kid, or if you had a kid in Germany, you're not allowed to name your kids those weird shit names.
No.
You have to get it approved first.
Hmm.
Or go off a pre-approved list.
That's fine.
That's weird.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's just what
It's
we
the way
need
it
is more
should be.
government intervention in our lives. That's what we need, guys.
Well,
The people who run the DMV,
you should be allowed to name
tell
your
us.
kid McDonald's Taco Bell. I mean,
You should be allowed to name your kid whatever the fuck you want to name it. If you want to name the kid Booger Face McDummy, you should be able to because
It's your
then the
kid.
kid's gonna grow up and he's gonna be a pro UFC fighter and he'll beat everyone's ass. I mean, for crying out loud, I was watching. I'm not shitting you. A dude that was in the NFL. His name was Booger, Booger. This humongous dude who beat everyone's ass in school. So I don't know. Maybe there's some like merit to that. Like make the kid a target. If you and then be
There's a
like,
whole
yeah,
song
go fight
about
or
it.
they
this
become a
kid.
psycho and kill a bunch of people. Either one of those.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
There's a whole song about it though. His kid's name was Sue. He was tough as could be.
Yeah, it could be tough. I mean, life is
Isn't
like
that a Johnny
it's-
Cash
it's-
song.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The only
Did-
really, truly good country singer ever. Wow, nobody's gonna argue
Oh.
that that's the
except
wrong
for
opinion.
Clint Eastwood.
No,
just
I
rolled
like
my eye,
Johnny
so.
Cash. I'm not a big fan of country music, but I do enjoy Johnny Cash. So I totally agree with you on that statement
I would
there.
argue that he's more of a rock and roll singer than a country singer.
Kind of rock folk.
Yeah, but technically he gets
he's like
classified
he's
as
like in
country.
between.
Yeah.
I mean, for that matter, if you're gonna say Johnny Cash is a country singer, then Elvis was the first country star.
He was. Didn't you know
because
that?
He's definitely more rock and roll.
And you're
than-
just now figuring this
than
out,
Elvis.
Eric?
No, I'm
Elvis
just
covered many genres.
he did. Yeah, he's a pretty talented guy.
All right.
Why don't they have any movies about Elvis?
Well, they do. It's that one where he meets that little boy inside that little like roadhouse there, and the
That's
boy
right.
teaches him how
to
that
do
weird
it.
little dance. You know, the weird little
That's
shake
true.
dance walk thing there.
That documentary about
Exactly.
Forrest P. Gumpworthy.
Yeah, and then that
right.
and then that little boy goes grows up and joins the army, and then eventually marries doesn't marry a whore but has sex with a whore who has AIDS, and then that lady passes off her
She gets AIDS later. Otherwise he would have had it.
her drug baby off on the forest.
Did you just say otherwise he would have had it?
Well, it's
That's
possible.
not how that works.
No,
it's like,
dude. Like when she
basically,
went to his house, she said
almost-
that she's really sick and she's gonna probably
It doesn't
die.
matter. You can if you're a guy, right, and she's not inserting anything in you or leaving any body fluids in you. It's like statistically impossible to get AIDS from a lady. All right, if she like teeth your dick to ribbons, so you were just one big open wound down there, and so was she, maybe. But other than that, like it's basically impossible.
And with that, we're gonna end this. What's your guys' rating?
4 out of 5.
All right.
I gave it a 4.5.
Okay.
I think I did 2 3/4.
I did 2.5. Wait, 3.5.
I gave it 4 stars. Next week's movie is Eric's choice. What are you gonna choose?
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
That is a good choice.
It's a tremendous Hollywood film.
Jason, you know it's a movie from the 80s, right?
And
I
now you
paid
just ruined it for him.
It's one of the
I
good
know.
movies from the 80s. There's not too many of those.
You just totally ruined
Yeah.
it for him, Kelly.
Only
How
several,
could you?
but whatever.
Yeah, several.
What about
There's several
Spawn?
good movies from
Why
the
can't
80s.
Why can't we ever watch
Yeah.
Spawn?
Spawn was a shitty movie.
There are
Did you-
several good
Spawn
movies
was
from the
awesome.
90s. We have Christmas Vacation. We have Las Vegas Vacation. That
Ricky,
one's, that
all you
one's
have to do
90s,
is
but
pick
still.
Spawn.
Yeah,
But
we
I don't
could
want to
just-
pick Spawn because it's a shitty movie.
Yeah, and it was from the 90s.
though it did turn out with a bunch of really cool action figures.
Well, that's because
Well, it was a
McFarlane
comic.
fucking made all
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah.
All right, that's gonna be it, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you guys like us on Facebook, facebook.com/HeroicAdventureProductions, youtube.com/HeroicAdventureProductions, twitch.tv/HeroicAdventure, mixer.com/Turketer, and twitch.tv/TurketerPlays. Jason apparently doesn't want his face covered up by the YouTube symbol there.
That's why I moved over.
He really wants everybody to see him the whole fucking time we're on here.
Have to.
Yeah. You guys can follow us on Twitter @HAPGaming. You can follow me on Twitter @Turketer. You can follow Eric on Twitter
Quick and severe.
Get high
You can
enough?
follow Kelly on Twitter
I can't get high enough.
Sugar Snuggles.
Follow Ricky on Twitter
Furry Twitter balls.
and follow Jason on Twitter
Unbelievable one.
You can also email us at Steve, Eric, Kelly, Jason, and Ricky @HAPGaming.com. Each one of those names individually @HAPGaming.com. You can find all the stuff I've been saying in the description on youtube.com/HeroicAdventureProductions and twitch.tv/TurketerPlays. There's also donate links on there. So if you guys want to help us out, send us some money. That would be
Do
great.
it.
Also, tell your friends. Make sure you like and subscribe. And we'll talk to you guys on Wednesday.
Where we
Bye.
play something.
Yep. Whatever is updated for Eric that hasn't not updated, or hasn't
Needed
had
a new update.
new fucking update. So.
See ya.
All right, we'll talk to you guys on Wednesday.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.